Hey there, it's Daryl Pro Vanillisoft, and this is another episode of Enough Bad Advice. Hashtag Enough Bad Advice. The only snippet online where we go through every so often and say, do you follow this piece of advice? Because if you do, you're probably doing it wrong. But not to worry, we bring the expert to you and tell you what you're doing wrong and how you should be doing it instead. This week, we're going to cover the topic about assuming somebody's role based on their title. Most specifically, assuming somebody is a decision maker because they have a title that would suggest they're a decision maker, and you approaching them with that assumption in mind. According to my good friend, Michael Padone of SalesBuzz, our rock star who corrects every single Enough Bad Advice mistake. That, my friend, is a mistake. You shouldn't do that. Tell us why, Michael. What's the scoop?
Well, so here's the thing. So let me just do it this way for your audience that's listening. Have you ever assumed somebody was a decision maker based on their title, and then you go for a close, and then they go, "Oh, I got to check with so-and-so," and now you're like, stuck, right? And here's the thing: they're either telling the truth or they're lying. Those are the only two choices, right? And so if they're telling the truth, but you handle that as if it's an objection, you jeopardize the relationship you've been trying to build during that whole time, right? If they're lying and you don't handle that situation, you might not ever get them on the phone again. So the problem with assuming somebody is a decision maker based on their title alone and then going for the close and then getting the, well, I got to check with so-and-so, and then not sure how to handle it, you're like that deer in the headlights. You should, no matter what their title is, you should have it as part of your process during the qualifying phase to pepper in a couple of questions that'll really smoke out who, if they really are a decision maker or part of the decision-making team or what have you. And so that's really a much smarter way, because it'll avoid you from being a deer in the headlight situation when you go for a close and they say, well, I got to check with so-and-so.
And the best part about that too is that also helps you with your one-on-one. So because you're going to forecast something going on there, and it's not going to pan out because they don't have the authority. Exactly as Michael says. Such an easy fix.
Oh my God. Yeah. So real quick there, I mean, and anybody that has a pipeline that's not coming in, the deals are taking too long, or they thought that deal was coming in, or their managers are getting upset because they thought they had this good pipeline with their rep, and then it just keeps getting pushed out month after month. I mean, what's this? It's one of two things. Either they're speaking to somebody they thought was a decision maker and they're really not, or they never got problem recognition, right? So they just assume that they assume what the problem was. They thought they were going to have a better solution, but there was never real buy-in from the other side. So those are the two most common issues of why you have a pipeline that's bloated that you miss your target on. You didn't get problem recognition, or you have somebody marked down as a decision maker and they're really not.
That's Michael Badone. He's with SalesBuzz. Check him out at salesbuzz.com. I'm Daryl Perel. I'm with Vanillisoft.com, the industry's best sales engagement platform. And that, my friend, is Michael's expert advice on what not to do. Do not assume somebody's decision-making authority, their role, their function based solely on a job title. Smoke it out with some simple questions, exactly as he said. We hope that helped. My name is Daryl Perel. I said that already. He's Michael Badone. I like to repeat myself, so you will follow us right now on LinkedIn. Check out our websites. In the meantime, that is another episode of Enough Bad Advice.